Hey, what's up, guys? Tuki here, back again, and it is time for the rematch of the century, Nashville and Anaheim. Now, of course, the last episode, there was a whole lot of build-up. I showed you pretty much everything you would have really needed to see, except for maybe some league-wide stuff, so let's do that very quickly. Here is, well, then again, I mean, we looked at the point total. There's your information as far as that. I meant to go to player stats, but I'm like, screw it, let's roll with it. Why not? Let's roll with it. I just meant to show you how our team stacked up league-wide. Not a very high-scoring season, so the fact that our depth put up as many points as they did is a true accomplishment. Let's not waste any more time. Let's not do that. It's go time. Let's take a look at the Nashville team, shall we? What are we up against? Has that team changed a considerable amount since last season, when, of course, they won the Stanley Cup? And the answer appears to be not really. Looks to be mostly the same. 38-year-old Jacob Vrana is still there with Jay Graves, of course. How did Graves do this past season? 58 points. He's still a monster. He is still a monster. And Jeff Mayer is still there as well. Second line, 37-year-old Brock Besser with Kenneth Hillen and Stanley Latowski. Third line, Anderson McDonald, how I miss you, 28-point season with Tyson Jost and Trevor Beagle. The fourth line is Brendan Perlini, Ben Wellwood, and Ray Van Kadishin. The defense, still pretty solid. 85 overall, Stephen Brewer with Taylor Blugis. Second pairing is Gene Pateni with Leonard Zeeler, and Igor Fedorov is on that third pairing with David O'Sullivan. The goaltender, your favorite guy to root against and mine, Gord Chen, was coming off a .934 save percentage season. Oh, God, how did he end up doing in the post? He had a .952 in that postseason run last year. But you know what? Just felt like I had something stuck in my teeth. That's always great. You know what? Regardless, I'm going to be confident. As I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I am recording this immediately after. I didn't back out of the mode, so hopefully all those good vibes and that good luck that this team has had, hopefully that continues. I cannot go back to having another first-year defeat. We, of course, are looking like we're going to be able to keep this team together, shockingly. But regardless of that, this needs to be a good season for us. Let's go. Let's get this postseason run underway. Game 1 of round 1 in our series against the Nashville Predators. Can we make a statement here in the first period? Not really. Alo scored 43 seconds in, but then Mayer and Wellwood got the goals back. 16 shots allowed in that first period. Second period, Blue just scores, and so far our defense and Marcus Brodin are not looking like the dominant, unbeatable unit that they've looked like on so many occasions. We're down 3-1. Heading into the final 20 minutes, can we force overtime? Can we at least get on the board? We do get on the board, but unfortunately, only once. Nolan Foote scored 1 minute and 8 seconds into that period, but Chen is able to shut the door for the rest of the way. Pretty even in shots, nearly even on the scoreboard. So close, yet so far. 3-2 final for the Predators. Gord Chen, no surprise, it's your first star of the game. Jeff Mayer and Taylor Blugis, the other two stars. That is not the way to start a series when it's on home ice against the defending champions. As Brooks has accepted, Brodin is back as well. Cullimore has resigned. McNabb, Likens, Foote rejected. Kaufman, McCann, Koski-Ranta, Nabokov, Nestorov, Pandolfo, Lahunen have all accepted. Now, of course, that was our second 3-2 loss to Nashville in 4 days. Hardly ideal. But we do get that little bit of good news with this team. pretty much confirming that we are sticking together moving forward. The only guy left is Nolan Foote. I just wanted to double check that, and then I got that confirmation from that last screen. The only guy left is Nolan Foote, and we have $16 million to sign him. He wants a 6-year deal. You are out of your skull, man. I will give you 2 years at 8.75. Because I'm going to give you 1 year at 8.8 just to get you back. To be honest, we're looking like it might be one of those situations where we just offer him the majority of the cap that we possibly can just to keep him for the year, and then hopefully next year he's willing to actually stay, and then that way we can do the 85% trick. That's kind of the tactic that I'm going forward with. Game 2 against the Preds. I don't want to call it a must-win, but losing both games on home ice to start a series against the defending Cup champions is probably not the best way to go. So let's bounce back here. 60-minute effort. Let's go. First period. Van Katterschen and Hillen, 2 goals in under a minute. We are in trouble. We are in serious trouble. Second period. Kaufman gets a goal back, thankfully. 20 shots to 18 in their favor, 2-1 on the board. Can we get back in this game? Third period, and Gustafsson has tied it. A little bit of postseason redemption for him, and we are going to overtime. We really shut them down in that third period. We didn't allow many shots. We got a lot of offense, and it paid off. We have forced overtime. Can we get the win? Let's go. Let's find out. Can we bounce back here and get that comeback victory? No, we cannot. It's Brendan Perlini with the overtime winner. And we find ourselves down 2-0 against Nashville. Another 3-2 loss. That's our third 3-2 loss to them in under a week. Nolan Foote has accepted that deal, that 1-year offer, so we even have some cap space left over. But it doesn't matter if we keep this team together, if this team, after a 55-win season, isn't good enough to beat Gord Chen and the Nashville Predators. And it's making me wonder already, do we maybe look at changing a few things up? Again, this is not the situation we wanted to find ourselves in. Brodin cannot start this next game. I'm going to Tom Brooks. We have done this before. I would prefer to have not had to do this now, but we pretty much have no choice. We're going to swap McDonough and Kress. We're going to swap Nesterov and Afanasenkov just to kind of change things up a little bit. What else can we look to do? We need to get just everything jump-started here. We're going to swap Koski, Ranta, and Horkoff. We're going to swap Sivan and Nolan Foote. I'm going to put Kaufman at center instead of Marty. And the fourth line, to be honest, is doing okay. We're just changing things up ever so slightly in any way that we can, with the exception of Brooks starting, to try and maybe swing a little bit of momentum into our favor. But when the fourth line rookie is leading this team in points through 2 games, that's a very bad sign, to say the least. Let's go now. Our 4th game against Nashville in a week, and we have not won a single one. Can we change that here? We're on the road, and it's must win. First period. Oh my God. Vrana and Blugis with the goals. Right, we're down 2-0. Second period. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. How is this happening? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Third period. And we are down 3-0. The President's Trophy winners are on the verge of being swept by the defending champions. How this has happened when we only strengthened our team over what we had last year. We had an amazing run, How this has happened, I don't know. I don't understand. I just, whatever. Let's go best lines. Even though our power play's been tremendous this year and our penalty kill, maybe it'll help. Possibly. It's a tough call. Alright, I'll put Kaufman back on the right. Marty at center. Defense is fine. I mean, we're going to go with Brodin because Brooks got absolutely shelled. The defense hasn't been there. The goaltending certainly hasn't been there. You would have thought that our strong point was the goaltending. And that hasn't been the case. Game 4. The series and season are both on the line. We can only view this as one game at a time. First period is scoreless. 13 shots to 4, scoreless. That's a victory for Nashville to have not given up a goal. Second period, Latowski gets Nashville on the board, a goal on 12 shots. All right, third period, the season is on the line. I shudder to think if we get swept here. Play with just a little bit of heart and passion, please. 8 minutes to go. Gord Chen has potentially done it again. Mika Koski ran to scores. I honestly wasn't expecting that. We're going to overtime. Oh, God. It's all on the line here. Can we keep the season alive? I wasn't going to jump into this, but you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's jump into this. Apparently it's 5. That's right. I changed it to 5-minute periods now instead of 20. Not like it makes too big of a difference. Punching the mic, though, definitely makes a difference. Let's boot up the game audio here just a little bit. That's a bit too much, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Come on. I was tempted to go with the true broadcast camera, but the last time I did that, I jumped into an Ultimate Team game and forgot to switch it back, so that was unfortunate. As Sivan struggles to get the puck against Verana, he recovers. Here we go. Sivan turns it over to Blue just at the red line. Blue just sends it around. Recovered. McDonough battling for it. Brodin is forced to cover. So a bit of early trouble there. Maybe some nerves, not sure what you want to call it, but not the ideal start for us. It's still top line against top line. We've dominated faceoffs for the most part, and that's another victory there. McDonough against Graves. McNabb still battling against Graves. Graves comes out with it. Verana for Mayer, and Jay Graves deflects it home. The Nashville Predators have swept the Goon squad. Oh my God. After a President's Trophy winning campaign, a 55-win season, we are swept. Gord Chen continues to just absolutely own us. It's Braden Holtby against the Bruins level at this point. And Jay Graves wins a puck battle in the corner and gets the deflected game-winning goal. Batting it, redirecting it out of midair. And that's it. It's over. I'm not sure what's worse. Getting swept or watching Jay Graves score the game-winning and series-clinching goal. I'm honestly not sure what's worse. I thought last year was bad. I'll take losing in Game 7 of the conference final any day of the goddamn week. God, I still have to do a draft in this episode. Oh my God, I don't even want to look at this team right now. What do you want me to say? Look at the team leaders. Everybody failed. Everybody failed. Everybody underperformed. What a miserable end to this season. absolutely miserable. What else is there to say? From the goaltending, just maybe I should have looked at... the only thing I should have looked at was Chen's save percentage through those 4 games. I'm sure you guys could find it. More than likely, if you looked, if you really wanted to, you could see a save percentage from the first 3 games. You could easily find a save percentage from that last game. Pittsburgh ends up winning the cup, though. Bottom line is, Gord Chen kicked our ass. I don't even know what to tell you guys at this point. Yeah, people were saying, man, if I knew you were going to be so mopey at the end of the last season, it's like, you thought I was mopey then. And Vegas went on to beat Nashville in 5 games. So, what do the Golden Knights look like? That's my question. What do the Golden Knights look like? How much better than us are they to have beaten them in 5 games? Plant, Ehlers, Spencer Chuko, Strome. Oh, the team that we've lost to before. And it's a decent enough team. Featuring Melvin Del Zotto. It's a decent team. I'm not going to say it isn't. With Biggs in goal. Just still so disappointing. Chen finished with a .944 save percentage even though they lost in the second round. And the Penguins had 89 overall. Mario Dandino between the pipes. And if you look at their team, the defense gets a little bit weak. But, I guess I can see why they had success. That's what a cup-winning team looks like. All right, awards, player progressions, and let's move on. It's now been 5 seasons since we've won the cup. We got that President's Trophy. It meant nothing. Edmonton won the Art Ross. Big year for New Jersey. Dandino won the Conn Smythe. Jennings went to Brodeen. It meant absolutely nothing. Down in the AHL, did we take home any hardware? Tambellini was the Rookie of the Year. I'm not surprised, honestly. I think that's our first piece of individual hardware down in the AHL. And Tambellini, in fairness, had a great season. 60-plus points. Led the team. Well done. That's one of the few bright spots I can find right now. With one team not making the playoffs and the other just shitting all over themselves. I don't... How else do you explain that? 55 wins, President's Trophy, we get swept. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. I just noticed, too, Brodeen's technically a 91. Makes you wonder who else I've potentially overpaid. Marty's a legitimate 88, though. No real progression. No greens. Some players are higher overalls, but no greens there. In the system, Norena's up to an 80. Will Pecker, big-time improvement there. The 5-point improvement. 3 for Pandolfo. 5 for Polacek or Polasek. Sanderson improved. McTaggart, Tambellini, Wilcox. We got some good improvement. That was the goal of this season at the AHL level. And these guys delivered. They improved just in general on numerous different levels. 1-point to 5-point improvements. I can't complain about that. Trust me, there's plenty else I could find to complain about right now, but it is what it is at this point. As frustrating as that is the only thing we can say. The season's over. We failed miserably. And now it's my job and it's my goal to get us back on the right track for next season by delivering with this draft, as we don't have any picks inside the top 15. Of course, we didn't acquire any of the extra first-rounders, so I can't say I'm too surprised, as we don't lose anybody to retirement, of course. It'd be a shock. The only player that's retired early for us was Big Reg. It's John Gibson and Matt Murray. Both retire. Top of the list. Mikko Rantanen finally retires. Patrick Laine, Ehlers, Besser, Sean Monahan, Mitch Marner, Colin White, Anthony Mantha, Jake DeBrusk, Austin Krause. Austin Krause finished with more points than Logan Brown and Timo Meier and Kasperi Kapanen. We'll see if that happens in real life. Alright, let's focus. Let's just let it go. Let bygones be bygones. Here we go. It's time to turn it all around. Let's see. You know what? I'm just going to sim here, and we'll see who ends up going early on. We have the 16th pick. Franchise level player at the top of this draft. Those top two players are monsters. But Gallagher, the medium franchise defenseman. That is pretty damn good. Again, we have the 16th pick here. What kind of damage can we do with it is the question. Now, there's this power forward. There's a guaranteed elite goaltender. So let's see, we got this power forward, we got this high elite goalie, the medium hybrid, the two-way, which, I'm going to avoid. You have the exact, again, you have the sniper, which I'm going to avoid anyway. And that's just here in the first round. Jaspers. Don't know anything about him. Ackers. I mean, you can kind of confirm by that athletic category he's pretty decent to start. Whether or not his potential is, I'm not sure. Not Bolaris, but Henrique. 80 speed. He's going to be decent. I don't think he'll be as good as the other one, but he does have that exact potential. I think Acker would technically... Actually, it might be kind of close. And then later on, first to second round... A whole bunch of nothing. This low top 6 guy might be half decent. We're not going to find out, though. So, either I go for the guaranteed elite goaltender, Acker, or the power forward and Jaspers. We still have Brodin for a few seasons. The other goalie coming up through the system right now, I don't know if we want to keep him. I don't think we will, although my opinion on Brooks just changed dramatically. Henrique, 6'5" goaltender as well. But what is Jaspers? I have to be smart here. I have a feeling Tom Acker might be really good. My question with Acker is there a chance for franchise? We know what we're getting with Henrique. But at high potential, high elite potential, is there a chance that he could be more? We've seen high elites turn into medium starters. We've seen high elites turn into medium franchise. So I either go with the guarantee in Henrique, or I take the risk with Acker, or we go for Jaspers. God damn it, I don't know. I'm really won over by that athletic category, though, for Tom Acker. I'm doing it. I'm taking the risk. EA, please. Please, no. Please. Of course. Of course. I don't even want to know. Ben DeHaan and the... Wait a minute, wasn't Ben DeHaan? No, he wasn't the exact elite. Medium elite, 62, Henrique. Jaspers was medium elite. Fuck. Of course he was. Fucking hell, God. Come on. What a shit episode this has been. Like I said, I have seen high elites turn into, whether it be medium starters, medium elites, I've seen them turn into franchise. I had to take the risk with the goaltender. I wasn't sure with Jaspers. I figured Jaspers for sure would be medium top 6. I was wrong. And again, somehow, I have managed to fuck up a first round pick. Because this is what happens to me. I have a couple of good drafts in a row. I get someone like a Frederick McDonough, a complete fucking game changer, although he's on a completely different scale. And then I just go through these lulls with drafting where it's like, nope, that's nothing will go your way. Yes, I know there was an exact elite there and I could have gone for him. I swung for the fences and I missed. If I was going to take the risk on anyone, probably should have been the power forward. I think Isaac Robinson here is the only choice. Low top 6, 18. Now, if he was low top 6, 20, I'd feel more confident. But I'm hoping for at least medium top 4. Do I have any other exacts in the rest of this draft? I don't. You watch. high elite. He'll be the franchise, I'm sure, or at least medium elite. Oh my God, what an outright disaster for me. DeSantis at fucking high top 4 in the second round there. I'm going for Robinson. 66 overall is solid at 18 years old. Low elite as well. He'll be a 78, 79 overall before you know it. I needed that to be a medium elite, though, or a medium top 4, and it wasn't. So I don't know how I feel about this. I cannot believe I missed out on another first-round player. I cannot believe that just happened. I had... Clove was pretty good. Hextall. I had a 66% chance between the goalie and the power forward. The exact goalie, the power forward, and the goalie I took. I had a 66% chance to end up with a great player. And I fucking blew it. 2 defensive defensemen here. Trent Salcido at 17. And Stefan Kruger at 19. Or I take a risk with another goalie. Damn it. Damn it. Whew. I'll risk it on Kruger. Let's go for it. Why not? That's why. Jesus, my luck is gone. My draft magic is gone. We used up all of it on Frederick McDonough. Every last ounce of it. I talked about in the last episode that pressure to deliver. To keep that cycle going. And it just isn't happening. What a disastrous episode for me right now. I'm going to take Josephson. Why not? Swing for the fences again. He'll be medium starter too. Yeah, of course he is. Fuck. I don't even care to know who we missed out on. I don't even care to know. I know sometimes, by not looking, I've probably missed out, on some just some insane and crazy moments of the AI getting somebody great. But in a way, I don't care to know. We have this grinder, defensive D-man. I mean, unless the overall is good, it isn't. Who else do we have? Another defensive D-man in Paré. Hardly a safe bet. We have this power forward. Hardly a safe bet either. Anybody else? Another power forward in Abraham Burke-Howell. Not going to have the best starting overall. Gotta wonder what the potential will be. Another defensive D-man here in Trevor LeClaire. Complete shot in the dark. And, yeah. It's not looking too good. Let's go for Plant. The grinder. Let's hope for the best. And in fairness, that's not bad. It's probably my best pick of this draft. Medium top 6, 19 years old. Not too shabby for a grinder. Hoping he'll be low 80s, end up on the third line. I'll take it. Yeah, I can't even imagine here. You know what? I will scroll back through at least. Give me a second to I guess to decompress here more than anything. I just can't believe the unfortunate luck that I have had in the past few drafts, a lot of which, I mean, if they work out, if those moves work out, then there you go. The magic's there, and hey, look, another home run. If either of those high elite goalies end up being franchised, which again, it can happen, or even medium elite, which again, it can happen, this draft looks so much better. We haven't had that luck. It just hasn't happened. But maybe we can find a way to salvage this. LeClaire, not really sold on. 5th round, Rose. The overall's not really going to be there. No. Defensive D-man Edmonds. Shot in the dark. Bernard Diamore, 20 years old, high league interest. I don't like the high league interest, but William Holmes, 18, no league interest. We have Kasparaitis, 20 years old, high league interest as well. 19 years old. I think Dopita might look to be the pick here. Jeremy Wright. There's a whole lot of guessing going on here now. Isaac Guerin. And Anthony Tangradi. No league interest, low top 6. He's 18, so there's no safe bet. But I'm going to go off the board and take Tangradi. And I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. Oh, boy. All right. Nope, it's fine. This has been a tremendous episode for me. Oh, boy. Just tremendous. Let's go for Dopita. Why not? We already had him pinned. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Help me. I don't have answers right now, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the hell is going on with me and my ability to draft. Obviously, you know, we haven't cheated lately. We haven't gone with a two-way or a sniper. But even then, that aside, I've hit on defensive defensemen and power forwards and goaltenders. Clearly, it just hasn't happened. Like, all of it's gone. It's like, not only am I sticking to not taking those outside players anymore, but I have no luck right now at all. What are the odds? Sataguchi's decent. And again, he's 20 years old and he has good stats. All right, well, he kind of fell into our lap now, didn't he? I'm going to take him right now. Why not? Sataguchi? Bang average, because of course. I don't care to know who we've missed out on. I don't care to know. Not one bit. Not one bit. Who else do we have here? Let's look at time scouted, I guess. I'm going to have to call this time out. I see Kalina there, the enforcer. I'll head back and take a look. This won't be my last pick. I'll have at least one more. 3 picks in the 7th. Okay. Well, let's find out who it's going to be. Time scouted. Take a swig of Arnold Palmer. Wish it was alcoholic right about now. High AHL starter. Might have a decent overall, kind of. Puck control's pretty shit. Exact fringe. Exact AHL top 2. The overall's not going to be up there, though. AHL top 2. Again, the overall. Oh, the overall isn't going to be up there. Starter. High fringe. No guarantee with Shannon Draper. Pusher. I know he's a two-way. At this point, I might just fucking bend the rules again to make this happen. Because I need something to happen in my favor here. AHL top 6. Not looking too great. Hackett. You want to talk about a potential steal. Casey frickin' Hackett looks like a beast. Even if I were to just trade him immediately. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out if I'm that desperate. I mean, the potential's not going to be great, but the overall is going to be pretty damn good. I can tell you that much. What else do we have here? Do I feel like looking at Brody? Yeah. What about Clean? We might kind of sort of have a winner there. And Eddie McLean. Anybody else? Rosehill. 92-ish stick checking and good skating. Right? We might have just found our 3 picks. Only one is the target player type. But at this point, with how bad this has been, I need a way to salvage this. And I'm finding my potential out. Kelly Brunstrom in 81 for agility. If I don't find players who are looking to be any better than what we have discovered here with these last few players, I'm pulling the trigger and doing what I have to do. That Enforcer's overall isn't going to be high enough to make it worth it. Nothing crazy there from the goaltender, although around 82 vision. Olofsson, no. Conklin, no. Low, nope. What else do we have here? Once we drop below 3 times scouted, that's when I'm not looking anymore, because we don't really have enough information. 76 for Castonguay. I'll mark him. I mean, we know he's not going to be as good as the other guys, but he would fit the bill, at least. Power forward's not that great. Bure, not that great. Lawson, nope. I think he was decent, but anybody else here? Chung, nope. Lazarev, nope. Corso, decent skating, that's about it. McPherson, probably not. Let me get into a couple of the exacts, including Redenbach, who looks to have some decent skating, so I'll mark him down too. Playmaker there is going to have a pretty solid shot. Green, no. Defensive D-man exact 7th, not quite. That power forward's hot garbage. When do we get to 2 times scouted is my question. I got 4 minutes left on the clock. A lot of exact potentials here. And then we get down to 2. So as far as the pinned players go, we have 3 defensive D-men. Although we know Rosehill and Hackett are going to be decent. That is nearly a guarantee. Rosehill's skating and his stick checking. And we know this offensive D-man is a steal. So I have that current dilemma at the moment. And it was the dilemma I was supposed to have with this series, knowing that someone like Rosehill and Hackett are there and that we're going to have to miss out on them. And that's exactly what's going to happen, because I'm taking Castonguay first. And in fairness, he wasn't actually that bad. Low elite, 59 overall for a 7th round pick. I'll take it. We know he'll develop fairly quickly, and he's going to need to if we're ever going to be able to make use of him. Galena, that enforcer, was pretty bad, admittedly. Who else do we have here on the list? 2 other defensive D-men. That's the plan. Next up is Eddie McLean, who has the chance to at least have a somewhat decent starting overall. 61, but he's low top 6. That brings us to the last one. There was a steal there, Sedin for Toronto. And that looks to be about it. Indeed. We have 1 pick left. I'm committing to the game plan. We are going to go with Orville Redenbacher. Or Andy Redenbach. That too. He is the pick. Defensive D-man. Make pick. Bang average. Medium top 6. 63 overall. And Washington just got a low elite defensive D-man from the looks of it. And so ends another pretty damn disappointing draft, if I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't have the answers anymore. A lot of those times we have had the ability to find these steals or take the risks like I did in the first round of the last 2 drafts, and it's paid off. Not lately. That is the only thing I can say. Not lately. Actually, here I just want to look at the players in general here. So McDonald's last year on his contract too. We are going to have some trouble. We need to sign Lee. So I'll do that, just to make sure we don't lose him. We also need to sign Orpik. Not even Joel Lee can cheer me up right about now. Not even Joel Lee. Man. Alright. About 40 minutes into this episode, I think we have time to maybe set up the team to get ready for next season. Maybe that'll allow me a little bit of time to get the team set up, obviously, but find the bright spot for the future of this team and the future of this series, because right now the past few episodes have been so rough. I mean, last episode was fine because we set up the team and simmed the season, but The last 2 postseason videos and the draft, it's been so bad for us. That's the only way to put it. It's been so bad for us, and I'm not quite sure how to get us out of that situation. Maybe not taking risks during the draft, for one, would help. But those middle round picks, if I could have a little bit of luck with them, that would be nice. But I ended up with, 3 medium 7th defensemen? Hardly ideal, considering, the circumstances. I don't know how to kind of make that work, Not sure what I'm going to be able to do to make that work as far as finding those steals in the draft again, but I guess playoff disappointments and terrible drafts, they go hand in hand. It's the only thing I can think of to say right about now. What other explanation is there? If I head into the draft in a good mood, good things might happen. But if I go into the draft on the back of an extreme playoff disappointment, well, the bad luck seems to follow. Let's take a look, though, at what this team is going to be. Goaltending-wise, I'll keep Josephson and Acker for the moment. The problem is we might have to sign them now because our goaltending situation is unreal. Both of them can be signed. Tulipov is still listed as a minor league backup goalie, so he could be the starter. But we're looking at having to trade Brooks or Norena. And the problem is with Norena, is he going to be good enough to replace Brodin? Maybe, maybe not, at high starter. Brooks, of course, has been so dominant, but last season was such a miserable failure for him in that one postseason appearance. The magic had worked before. Kind of going with the Scott Darling, okay, Crawford's not getting it done, let the backup goalie win it for us, situation that worked before. It didn't work that time. And that is our decision. Who is Brodin's backup this year? And it's up to you guys. Norena or Brooks? Let me know down in the comments. We'll sign Acker and leave Josephson unsigned. So it'll be Tulipov and Acker in the AHL this year. Norena and Brooks. Makes more sense to get rid of one of them than to just say park the other down in the AHL. Like, I could technically park Brooks down in the AHL. It's not really worth it. It's better to get value back for him, and it might even be a waste of his talents. I don't know. That is an option, I suppose, to run Norena and Brodin, Brooks, Tulipov, and then just commit to getting rid of Acker and Josephson. But we don't know if Brooks will decline playing in the AHL. He might not. Needless to say, a Brooks-Tulipov combo in the AHL would be pretty nice. So let me know what you think, actually, with the goaltending situation. Do we trade Norena or Brooks? Do we just keep the 4 goaltenders the way they are and hope Brooks is all right playing in the AHL? Because I don't think we'd play Norena in the AHL to try and stunt his development. Let me know what you think. On the defensive side of things, well, let's see. I think Pecker's medium top 6 now, isn't he? He's not. All right, so Pecker has one more year down in the AHL, so our top 6 can remain the same. We could just get rid of Cullimore and play Pecker, which is hilarious, I know, at the NHL level. And then that would leave Wilcox, Lankow, Lahunen, Johnston, McCann, and potentially some other people. I mean, I can leave... Well, Robinson's Canadian, so we're not going to sign him. Castonguay is also Canadian, so we're not going to sign him. So it might not be the best idea, because the only guy I really have to sign right now is Redenbach. McLean, Kruger, Dopita, Tangradi, they're gone. Like, I'm getting rid of them right now for a 7th. And actually, was there a forward that I completely missed out on that I can acquire or that I can add to this right now? Not really. All right, so we'll send them out to Arizona. I don't care. Just to get rid of them. None of them are ever going to become anything. At the NHL level, at least. And we'll take a 7th round pick way down the road just to make that happen. So, defense, we just pretty much have to decide whether or not we want to give Pecker the top line ice time at the AHL level or the third pairing minutes at the NHL level. What do you guys think in terms of development? How well will that work out? So basically, are we trading Cullimore or are we not trading Cullimore and Pecker plays at the AHL level? If he does, then our 6 are basically set, and I'll trade Redenbach. So either Cullimore or Redenbach is getting traded. Question is who? It depends on where we should play Pecker at the where we should play Pecker, whether at the NHL level or the AHL level. So again, goaltending, Norena, Brooks, trade one, keep both. And if we trade one, who do we get rid of? And on the defensive side of things, where do we play Pecker? NHL or AHL level? And then forward-wise, if we look at our 12 here, is Pandolfo a fourth liner? He's not. Problem is, Alos is now a third line guy. So that kind of complicates things with him or Wharton having to play fourth line time when they're a third line guy. So that could open up the spot for Pandolfo. You could argue maybe even Sanderson, but Pandolfo has that potential. For the fourth line, do we trade, or for the third line, do we trade Alos, Horkoff, Koski-Ranta, or Wharton? Basically, do we trade one of the fourth line guys to make room for Pandolfo? Or do we just play Pandolfo down at the AHL level? He's kind of the decision. So what do you guys think? Again, goaltending, you know that situation. Defense, you know that situation. Similar situation for Pandolfo. Do we give him fourth line time, or does he spend this year down in the AHL yet again? 24 years old, though, medium elite potential. It could be his last year for decent development. Well, what do you guys think? Where does he play? Once I have that sorted out, I'll be able to tell you what the rest of this situation looks like. So I think that is where we are going to end it. I have a couple of decisions, a little bit of feedback that I need from you guys as far as how we handle certain aspects of this team moving forward. That said, we should yet again be competitive, but much like the Washington Capitals now at this point, postseason success doesn't mean shit if you can't get it done in the playoffs. Sorry, Capitals fans, but it had to be said. I thank you very much, though, at the very least, despite my genuinely somber mood right now. I can't believe how poorly this episode went, both from the sim perspective and how badly my draft luck is going, just how bad my drafts are going right now, how bad my luck is. Not a very good feeling, man. Not a very good feeling, but I thank you, of course, for the support. Hope you enjoyed the video. You know how you can support the video in the channel. Links are in the description. All that fun stuff that I normally do for the intro. I'll see you all in the next one. Looking forward to your feedback. God, I hope next season goes better.